Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is our 1958 John Deere 620 that we brought back from Nevada. We brought two of them back. One's an LP. It's probably going to be a parts tractor. It's froze up solid. So you might have seen a few glimpses of this when we got it running, when we got it home, after we realized it would turn over. It was kind of hard not to try to get it running. Plus we had to get it in the shop, so we didn't smash anything trying to push it. We went through. I didn't rebuild the carburetor or anything. I put a gasket in the float bowl and a new settling bowl on it just so we could get it started and running. And then, so one of our major issues is the radiator up in here. It's really hard to tell, but the fins up in here where they hook to the top of the tank are leaking like a sieve. So, and it's a big job to pull this radiator out. We have steering shaft, which should be with a bolt through it. It's welded solid, but all this has to come out to get to the core. We're hoping the radiator in the other 620 is good, because they're like $450 for a new radiator core. This tractor at some point in its life has had some engine work done to it. It's got a new block, or had the block redone in it. We've got some issues with our clutch. Everything's just super worn out, so we got to try and figure that part out too. Tires are holding air right now, but they're terrible. They're rotted, and I'm surprised I got them to hold air as long as I did. We're missing front wheels and tires. These two are off of our 520. We took those with just so we could get it loaded for our new settlement bowl. And then we've still got a minor leak down here, but I'm gonna have to redo the whole carburetor anyways. This one came without. This one did have a flywheel cover on it. That's the one off of our other 620. It's in a little better shape, so it's going to take some work. I mean, we can tell the PTO, all the clutches in there are burnt up because this has been severely hot. You can tell by the color of it. It doesn't disengage. The 3-point works. Pretty much everything works on it. I mean, so it's just going to be a process, and hopefully you stick around and see the finished product of it. So first things first is I pulled this bolt out of the clutch rod linkage right here. Severely worn. So that's part of our play in this. I did adjust this a little bit. We've still got a lot of slop. I might have to see if I can make a bushing to put in here. But as of right now, hopefully we can just make it so it'll move and everything. We do need to see about getting this pin back in though. And I'm afraid it's not going to go very easily. I'll probably break the distributor cap. It's just not gonna cooperate. It does feel a lot better than it did. I might be able to get it. I just don't know how I'm going to get that lined up. We do need to back these clutches off too. Okay. Please be good. Please be good. It's a lot of clutch material. Ooh. That is a lot of play. That's what you deal with when you're working on old tractors. Still has a spring there. Still has one there. That's a start to it. Now, can we get those to turn if we pull the cotter pins out? Not looking so hot whatsoever. It's having a hard time staying engaged. So we're going to pull this part. Since it's been sitting, I'm going to pull a couple of clutch discs out and just see what it looks like. Make sure they're not worn. If there's any rust on the surfaces, just wire wheel it up and put it back together and see what happens. So we'll see if we can get this first plate out of here. There's one. There's a little rust on this one. Not terrible. These discs actually look really good. They still got a lot of life left in them. That one moves. That one's moving. So we're probably going to hit that with a wire wheel and just try to clean it up. That'll keep the clutch with that rust on there. It'll make it a lot harder to keep the pulley from turning where it has so much friction to be able to spin on. So grab the drill here and see what we can clean up on here. We do have some pitting up there, but before and after. We're just using a paint removal pad pretty much. We don't want to gouge it or anything. We just want to kind of polish it up as best as we can. Not make it super slick, but just kind of resurface it. to be harder to disengage, because that seems to wants to disengage randomly. Yeah, I want it just not super stiff, but I want it to do that really pop when you disengage. But you don't want it so tight that when you disengage it, it keeps spinning. So. This is just so worn out that. Well, let's turn the gas on. Let's see what it does. If it's too tight, it won't disengage. So we want to make sure that that's good. If she will start. The gosh damn starter. Okay, we got the clutch all in adjustment. It's pretty dang close now. It feels a lot better. You want some resistance on it, but not too much. You can hear that pop. So we took it for a test run up the road. It didn't pop out going up the road, up the incline. So I think we got the clutch straightened out for now. And then me and my ADD, we got a little carried away and found the old decals underneath the paint here. So you can tell how far they got the new ones off. We even found the original cursive 620 under there. Kind of hard to see, but you got your 6 right here. And then you have your 2. And then your O is at the end there. which got me really excited. I love having them done up. So we still have a few more mechanical things to do on this. We got a whole can of worms on the back end with the PTO. I'm not going to dig into it right now though, because we don't need the PTO at the moment. The radiator still has a hole in it, but it's up at the top. It is still holding water, and it hasn't overheated. So it just stays below that line where it spits the water out. That still needs to be addressed, but it's such a big project that I'm going to hold off on it for now. Sheet metal, I keep looking more and more and finding more dents in it. I did body work for 5 or 6 years on semi-trucks, so I'm really OCD when it comes to body work. Some of the other tractors that are painted out here still have a few dents in them because they have stories behind them. I don't know any of these stories behind this one, so we're going to try to get it as close as we can. There's going to be some defects in here, such as that wrinkle there. We'll try to do that there, but as for the clutch and everything for now, I think we're good with that. I have one brake that stopped working, so I think the springs probably came apart in there. We need to do an oil change at some point, but I think for right now, since we have it stored inside, I'm just going to go to town, start cleaning up rust. So I think that should be it for the clutch part of this one, and stay tuned for the jumping ahead 5 steps and starting on metalwork. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching.